My wife, my dog, and I saw a ghost of a hamster.
Caw.
Hello. Welcome or welcome back.
I'm Aaron Bell.
And I'm Kenny Page.
And we are Potty Mouth. And this is Chili.
And that's Chi-Chi.
She's been
Miss
farting.
Farts a
She's
lot.
been stinging you.
She lives up to her name. Chili. Yes, thank you.
Real chili smells better than this one.
But that's what the chili makes you do.
Because she didn't even had any chili and she still be pants.
Anyways, we are back with more Reddit stories. But this time, Aaron hasn't read any of this. I've read through some of them.
I haven't read Reddit stories in a long time, I feel like.
I'm always I'm always scrolling Reddit, so it's
I don't find the joy in that. I find the joy in listening to it.
That's fair. Like reaction. Like you react. I also react while reading them because I don't always read through all of the stories. I skim, so it's like a surprise to me too, so it's like a reaction. But today we have from r/casual conversation. This is actually from 4 days ago, so it's fresh. What is the most unexplained thing that has ever happened to you that nobody believes when you tell them?
I heard a ghost queef.
Well, I mean, you do have some ghostly stories to talk about. You do got some ghostly action. So, this first one, some of them are wild and some of them are like, oh, cool, okay. Ghost queefs. Have you heard a ghost queef before? You may be able to file for...
That girl goes, and she farts, she goes, who was that?
Who was that?
Her pants.
You may be obligated to a compensation. So, this one is from user AKaram369. A Native American helped me and friends with a scavenger hunt at a camp. When the adult staff asked us how we found the stuff, we mentioned the Native American dude, and they told us they didn't have anyone like that. They looked into it and didn't find him. I know I didn't hallucinate the experience.
Well, if you literally found something, you wouldn't have found it without the help, so they had to have been there.
Right.
Or, unless if it was a spirit, they were walking their lands.
Where I hunt at, there's a canal that goes through, and it was actually one that, like, the Indians, the Native Americans used. They would use their, like, canoes, kayaks, or whatever to, like, travel. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, their spirits are lingering. America has f***ed the Indians. America!
Yeah.
Oh!
Caw! No. Do it.
I can't.
No.
I can't screech. My voice doesn't go.
No, I can't do it anymore. I can't. No. Eagle screech.
I can't scream. My voice doesn't work.
My voice is so f***ed up too. No, I can't.
Are you over it? Caw.
I'm gonna take this part and put it in the beginning of the video.
It's the intro. It's just us screaming.
The intro, but why the f*** are they screeching?
Chili's like.
Anyways, okay. So this one is from Pearly 1979. The night my grandma died, I felt her presence in my room, standing over my bed. I was lying there, not able to sleep because I was so f***ing sad. And suddenly I knew that I was not alone. I sat up, terrified, and then felt immense peace and love. I said, "Goodbye, Grandma. I love and miss you." And then the presence was gone. I am not a person that really believes in ghosts and stuff, but not one person can tell me that she did not visit me and say goodbye before she moved on to wherever we go. Most people just humor me and I tell them, she's been gone 23 years now and I can still vividly feel how I felt that night. That's sad.
The way that Elizabeth was just talking about this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The day that my great-grandpa died, which my aunt felt... Don't cry, because you're going to make me cry. I'm probably going to cry talking about this.
Sorry, I'm a sappy. We just talked about this yesterday, so I'm
literally.
like, everything's fresh.
So the day that my great-grandpa died, my uncle and my aunt were at the hospital. He was in ICU. And I was back at home watching my little cousins, babysitting them or whatever. And I remember specifically I was watching out the window. I had gone inside for something, and Lehman and Elena were playing in the sandbox, like outside. I don't know. Have you ever been to my aunt and uncle's house? Well, yeah, that's where we got ready for the wedding at.
I've been there multiple times.
Yeah. Well, out the kitchen window, you can see their backyard and everything. And I remember watching out the kitchen window at them, and I was standing at the sink. I'd gone in to, like, get a drink or get us drinks or something. And I remember looking out, and all of a sudden there's, like, these, like, the sun rays, like, shining down. And it was, like, one of those weird feelings that, like something was lifted off my chest. And then the next thing you know, my aunt and uncle's friend had knocked on the door, and it was like I turned and I was like, I knew I had that feeling like
he passed
away. I'm gonna cry. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And like she was like, you can go upstairs and take your time. Like, I'm sure you know why I'm here. Like whenever my grandpa passed away, I had stayed up because he was in a home at the time. I believe he had, like, pneumonia, and he got pneumonia often. They had gotten a call that he wasn't going to make it for my aunt and uncle, or for my uncle and my mom to go. It was during COVID, so it was, like, only so many people could go or whatever. All of that. Like, I never got to go visit him there. And, I remember I stayed up because I was talking to my aunt, and I started bawling. Because I was like, he's not going to make it to my wedding. We get married next year. Like, he's not going to make it. Like, what now? And, like, Big Stink was the first great-grandchild. And, like, he always talked about, like, oh, I'm going to be the first one to take him fishing and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I started, like, freaking out. I was like, he's not going to be able to do this and that and everything. And it was like, in that moment, I was like, I felt, like, weird about it. So I texted him a picture of Stink and I said, like, we love you, and it was like right before he passed away, and I was like, I don't know if he ever saw it or anything, like, but it was like one of those things that I keep telling myself, like, he saw it before he passed away.
Even if he didn't see it before he passed away, he saw it.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. This turned sappy.
Well, I don't have an exact story like that because mine was a dream. But I had a dream, and it was kind of weird because I was at Grandma Sandy's old house, and I was sitting there on the couch when the back was against the window, and you remember how Grandpa's chair, and then it was Grandma's chair, and Grandma was in her chair, and for some reason Christopher and Caitlin were in my Grandpa's chair. I'm like, get the out of his chair. But then I was like, I knew he wasn't, like, I knew my Grandpa wasn't there, but, like, I was like, get out of his chair, like, how dare you sit in his chair? And then my Grandpa, like, walks in, he's like, it's okay, like, it's fine, I'm fine. Everything will be fine. I love you, hugs me, and leaves. And, like, that was it. And I'm like...
Like, it was him saying, like, it's fine.
That was him. I feel like he, like, in a weird way, interrupted a weird dream. And then was, like, saying goodbye. Yeah. Because, like, the day that he died, like, I literally... Because I woke up for school. And I was like... I never wake up early. Why the am I awake?
This one's from Racetop5273. I once walked out on a peninsula to fish with my dad and brother. We walked by what looked like a large moss-covered rock about 3 feet tall. After passing it, I thought the rock looked like a turtle shell. I walked back by myself, and the ground was flat. Grass pressed into the dirt, and the water was disturbed. I swear it was a very large turtle, but my dad and brother didn't recall seeing anything. So this was like a little childhood, like thing. That was not, like, super crazy. This one is from Key Beginning 2201. My wife, my dog, and I saw a ghost of a hamster. It was like a shadow, and it scared our dog. 2 days later, our hamster died. Not the most unusual thing that happened to me, though. Imagine seeing a ghost of your... What? Your hamster?
Your hamster had an outer body experience.
It was like he died and came back, and then he died again. Jesus. This one is from... Lord Scuttlebutt. I used to work as a restaurant manager, and as such, got home at night after everyone else in the house. One night, I got out of my truck and immediately was set upon by a brown Doberman Pinscher. He barked and snarled, grabbed my pant leg, and I had to drag him by my pants all the way to my front door. I shook him off and went inside. I called animal control, and they said they'd come by. 2 weeks later, I got home from work around midnight, stepped out of my truck, and immediately was set upon by the same damn Doberman. Only this time, he had a felt square strapped to his back with the Superman logo on it. Same story. He grabs my leg, I shake him off, I call animal control. It took me 15 minutes to convince the operator that I was not pranking him about the Superman dog. I never saw this dog again. Superman Pinscher, he was like, I'll show you this.
Jesus. Ma'am, you can't breathe like that.
I feel like this is such like a story that happens to me because it ADHD. This one is from Astronomy Damone. Once my phone disappeared for an hour while I was sitting on the couch. I tore my living room upside down to find it, and I said out loud that I was giving up. I went into the kitchen for a drink. I came back to the living room, and lo and behold, there was my phone sitting on the couch, and I was home alone.
My earring?
Yeah.
My Walmart earrings that I had.
I feel like that
I never took out of my head because they were the ones they pierce you with, and they
they're set perfectly with the backs on the back.
And it fell out when I was sleeping or something. Couldn't find it, and I had not a trundle. What are those called? It's a bunk bed, but the bottom one folds up into a couch.
Yeah, the futon.
Mm-hmm. And it was like brown because I didn't have any sheets on it, and the mattress was brown, and I like you would see a gold. Earring. Yeah. It would definitely show up. Looked everywhere, looked at my floor, looked at my dresser, looked at my bed, took all the sheets off so there was nothing on my bed. Like, once I left the room, I was like, I literally said out loud, I said, I'll find it in like 30 minutes. And I was with my mom, and I went back like an hour or so later, and it was on my bed with the backing on it, and I was like, all right. And it was just her and I home.
Yeah.
So.
Like, how does a backing just...
I think maybe it either got launched or something, and then my little ghosty friend found it for me. Yeah. Because there's no way.
Right. Somebody replied back and said that something similar happened to me. I was redoing my ponytail while sitting on my bed and set the hair tie right next to me. When I went to grab it, nothing. I tore the bed apart because it was my last good one. Blankets, sheets, pillows. I finally gave up and put it all back together and sat back down. After a few seconds of sitting confused, I go to get up and put my hands on the bed, feel something, and look under my hand. There it is. There's just no way that it stuck to the blanket the entire time. It was just a regular hair tie. That was one of the couple things that happened to me in a 2-week period. The other was seeing a silhouette standing over my baby's bed, and then my baby having a toy in her hand that she couldn't possibly have gotten herself because she couldn't even roll over yet, as well as some really weird dreams and just bad feelings.
Couldn't have been that bad of a feeling.
Right.
If it's like... How did it make that noise?
I thought that was your phone making a noise. I was like, what? Okay, then.
No, but, like, I don't know. If they gave your baby a toy.
Right.
And then they also either found your hair tie or they were with you. But
yeah. This person is from the strangest files. Weirdest thing for me, we were on our way to Montreal to see a friend that had been in a bad car accident. We were not sure we would get there in time. At the exact moment that he passed on, we were in a bad car wreck too. Never got to say goodbye.
That's insane.
That's actually kind of crazy.
Chili has some thoughts.
And it's like, I don't know, that's like, I'm trying to think of like some personal experiences that.
Oh, are we done?
She says goodbye. Maybe she's going to air out.
She's like, you're done with me. She does her routine of she like stretches and then she flops. And she's laying on her side. Oh. Hard knock life for my dog.
I feel like you've told most of your...
Yeah, well that and then my earbuds. Because I had them. And they were good ones. They were my Samsung ones. And they worked really well. And they came with my phone and stuff. And I was like, I'd come off the bus. I'd put those on the couch. I threw everything on the couch. And then I went back to, like, put everything away in my bedroom. Couldn't find my earbuds and anything. I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, as long as I find them before the week, like, before Monday, because it was the weekend, it was Friday. And guess what? Lo and behold, it was, like, Monday morning. I'm getting ready, and I look over, and they're under, because my room was messy as they were under, like, kind of under a few layers of clothes, because I had, like, a pile of clothes on my floor. They were just underneath. And I'm like,
how did they get under?
I'm like, they knew I was going to be digging through this pile of clothes for school.
That's crazy. This one is, so I also have this from Ask Reddit. It's, what's the weirdest, most unexplained shit you've ever witnessed in your life? And it's from 342 days ago. So it's not 15 years ago, but it's also not yesterday. This one's from Happy Hamburglar. This is so stupid, but it bothers me to this day. I was doing math homework in college with my calculator on my bed. My room door was closed, and none of my roommates were home. I could not have been doing the math without a calculator, so I know it was there. I went to use the restroom and was in my room, and I could see the bed from the restroom, so I know nobody came into my room. When I got back to the bed, the calculator was gone. I looked everywhere for it and couldn't find it. So I figured it fell somewhere. Weird. But there really wasn't anywhere for it to fall. When I was moving out, I tried to find it because it bothered me. I have OCD and never lose anything. I never found it and have since still never seen it again. Very low stakes, but it literally just vanished. Just poof, gone. Like,
that's crazy.
Ghost friend was like, I need this for my homework too, and I'm just gonna take it. And
the way that I think the last time I've had anything like weird, like I know was not me, was like I had this it's funny, my mom got it for me as a trinket dish, but it's technically a cigarette.
Like a cigarette tray.
Thing. An ashtray.
Yeah.
And it's the skull one, and the teeth of the skull is the indentations for cigarettes. But like I used it as a trinket dish because it was really big, and I actually did use it as an adult. I've used it, but like I had it in like my little area, like in that little basket that I had for everything. Tell me why. I don't know, because I just hadn't touched it in so long. Was downstairs looking for something else, and I found it behind a chair.
As in the basement.
My basement, behind a chair. Mind you, if you don't know, my basement is a hot spot for all the in my house that happens. And I don't mean anything bad. It's just like things. And yeah, it was like down there, and I'm like, Jared, did you touch this? He's like, no.
Like, why would he?
Because it was, so it went from my bedroom to my basement. Yeah. And then, like, miraculously, like, you know, my nail polish racks, they're technically nail polish racks, the black ones.
Yes.
And I've had the big one, but it comes with two side ones, and it looks all fancy, whatever. It's super cutie. I'm like, I need that for my trinkets. And I could never, like, ever since I moved in, couldn't find it. And they're huge.
They are, yeah.
They're huge. There's no hiding those things. I couldn't find them. I looked through everything. I went downstairs, looked through all of the boxes, all of the totes, all of the rubbish that's down there, because it's like, it's stuff from like his grandpa, and like literally there's toilet paper that I'm pretty sure his grandma bought. Like there's down there. And I'm like, I looked through everything. Couldn't find it. One day Susan was downstairs. She found them. And I'm like, where the She's like, oh, it was in this box. And I'm like, what do you mean? I looked through all the boxes and I couldn't find, and they're huge. There's no hiding them. They don't fold. They're metal racks. They're like this long.
Yeah. This
wide, and they're like 2 inches, 2 inches of a shelf. Well, not even, like an inch and a half, but still, I'm like,
a little suspicious.
Yeah.
A little suspicious. I'll read a couple more here. This one is from DaneTrain05. I gained a few hours one day. I live in the country and have to take my garbage to a dump. The dump is open Wednesday from 1:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I had a Wednesday off, so I decided I'd take the garbage that day. I took the garbage, dumped it, and chatted with the guy who works there. When I left, I felt very strange. Lightheaded, I pulled over to the side of the road and took a deep breath. When I went to turn my car radio down or off, I noticed the time had said 11 a.m. I thought that was weird, so I looked at my phone. Also 11 a.m. I made a U-turn and went back to the dump. I was still on the same road as the dump, just a half a mile away. The gate was closed and locked. It wasn't open yet. I went back on Saturday and chatted with the guy who worked there about Wednesday, and he said he opened at regular time and didn't see me. I asked about our conversation. He chats about DIY stuff using scraps from the dump, and he said he isn't doing any DIY right now and that he didn't see me on Wednesday.
So he had like a... He thought he was there, but he wasn't?
He said that he went and took his garbage to the dump on Wednesday. And he got lightheaded on the way back home, so he pulled over to the side of the road and saw the times at 11 a.m., but the dump does not open until 1:30 p.m. So he went back to the dump on Saturday and talked to the guy who was at the dump that he talked to.
And the guy was like, no.
And the guy was like, no. That's weird. Like, what do you mean? And somebody said, like, did you still have the garbage in your truck or was it gone? And he said that it was gone. That's part of why I went back. I thought maybe I dumped it at the gate or something, but no, wasn't on the side of the road or anything. And OP said, this is one of my favorite ones so far. That's crazy. It's almost like you slipped into a parallel dimension and then slipped back.
Yeah. Well, they've said that sometimes. I don't know if this is all conspiracy. I'm also losing my voice even more. I feel like you can tell it's getting worse. But no, there's this conspiracy theory where it's like sometimes if you wake up and you feel weird or whatever, or things feel slightly off, it's because you slipped into a different alternate dimension. Or like, yeah, or that one's also needs activated again. There's also another one where it's like if you die in one dimension, you'll just like go to another one and you'll kind of like essentially pick up where you left off, but you won't be dead.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
That's scary.
I know. I fall down the rabbit holes. This is also why I need to get the off TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
TikTok be taking my money and my sanity sometimes. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Somebody asked, how old are you and what year was this? You may have unintentionally stolen my hours. I walked to elementary every day, and one all day, nothing weird happened, but I showed up 3 hours late after walking my usual route. That was about 30 years ago, though.
What the f***?
This one is from Ghost Prawn.
Ghosty stories.
I once found a perfectly intact large cheese puff in the middle of my living room floor. I lived alone and do not even like cheesy puffs. Nobody else had keys to my place other than the landlady.
She snuck in, threw one in the middle of the floor and left.
What? A lot of these are like things just show up. This one is
the cheesy puff.
We had a similar experience, but we have a dog, and at the time, a 7-year-old child. We all slept upstairs with a baby gate up and kept the dog from going downstairs. My child needed assistance to open said gate, and it's noisy to open. We woke up the next morning, and there was a human-sized poop on our living room floor. We still accuse my now 12-year-old that it was him, but we would have for sure woken up to the gate, and we also have no clue why he would have went downstairs. He was also terrified to be on a different level of the house than we were on. No clue.
What about the dog? Did the dog poop downstairs when the kid went down there?
Somebody said, I think it was the dog. He could have jumped, and they said you would have been able to tell dog and human in my experience are not even remotely similar in the way except shape and texture.
Well, I've seen Beanie's poops. They look like human poops.
Yeah. This one is from Dead for Cereals. My dad was always really good at finding 4-leaf clovers. He would find a couple anytime he looked and give them to me as a kid. I could never find them on my own. The day after he died, I was suspiciously warm. I was in the front yard and decided to look for one. Every time I bent down, I found another one. I started bagging them and had at least 20 by the time I stopped. I had never found a clover in my life before then. Now, occasionally, I will look for them still, and usually find one right where I look. I wish I still had the bag of clovers he left me.
I feel like I've heard that story before, but also you can take the clovers and put them in between books.
My grandma has a picture frame where she has, like, all of them, like, pressed in them. This one...
Playhouse.
What?
It's her playhouse.
It's her playhouse. This one is crazy. This one says, partner was driving to their parents' place from uni. I told them to call me when they made it home. I never said this before and haven't since. Something felt off. I got a call at 11:30 p.m. and before I picked up, knew something had gone wrong. This was despite it being about the right time for them to have arrived. Someone on the highway from the back of a truck heading in the other direction, headlights off, threw a landscaping stone through my partner's windscreen. My partner was fine, just a few cuts from glass. The same truck threw 40 stones, hit 12 cars, and killed one person before running off. They circled back and took pictures of the last car where it had driven off the road. Listen to your gut. Wow.
The way that whenever Jarrett went on a bachelor trip, because of course he decided to go to was it
North or South Carolina?
He went BFE, yeah. And he was driving with all his buddies, and they all stayed up late and got like no sleep, idiots. And then they drove early in the morning. And then something, I don't know if it was like something.
You had sent me Snapchat saying you felt something was off.
I was like, I don't feel right about this. This freaks me the out. Like, I don't know what it is. But the thing is though too, is like I just like my anxiety can get so bad that like I put scenarios in my head, or like I don't know if that is whatever, but it's like I'm like, oh my god, the worst is gonna happen. Like I always think of the worst thing and then it's usually fine. So it's like I'm probably just being whatever. But I was like, I just have a bad feeling, And I was literally in the middle, because I was at work, and I was, I don't want to say what I was doing, because whatever. But, like, I was at work, and I had a feeling that something was wrong, and he called me, and I was, like, instantly crying, and he's like, we're okay. But, because something had flew off of a truck in front of him, and it was like, or it was passing him or something like that, and it was like, and I think it was behind or in front of him. I don't know if it was like something from his tire or something. Whatever it was, flew off, and then it
off the semi-truck.
Exploded the tire of the Escalade. The way that I was like, I don't even care, like that you're not like they made it like I don't even think they made it an hour away. Like they just left, and I was like, just come home.
Yeah,
just come home. Because to me, I'd be like, is this a sign? Should I stay home?
Right.
Because the way that I was so. I was like, oh my god, it could have gone through their window.
Right.
It could have killed him. It could have killed whoever was in the front seat with him.
Right.
Like, that's terrifying. No, because the way that I will be, you will have to drag me out of the depths if anything happens to Jared, I swear to God.
So the person who posted it said that the people got caught. Kids, high schoolers, one was 18, 12 counts of attempted murder and extreme indifference, one of first degree, I think a little blurry on the details, and a few other related to vehicle damage. There's been 1 or 2 court meetings, but it's still unresolved.
That's crazy. No, the way that kids do it's so stupid. Like, not just like kids being kids, like kids being stupid. Like the kids in Tennessee that were around with fire and they were creating a YouTube video or whatever, and then proceeded to burn down the entire state, basically. Because I only remember the statistics because of it's
literally went
one of the places we go to, but like the resort we go to, 75% of it gone.
Yeah,
obviously that doesn't matter.
And you can still see like where it went through at because the trees are still dead.
Yep, and obviously like that resort being burned down is the least of the concerns because people died and. But like, I don't understand like. Truly, kids, oh my god, like, I don't get it, because I can't remember how old they were, but, like, they're like, don't charge them, they're just children. I understand that they're just kids, but they did something terrible. Literally. And the problem is, like, it's not like you're at home with a metal trash can and you're with fire. Literally. Like, you went on top of a mountain when it's windy as was trying to film a YouTube video, and then burnt down all of Tennessee. No. I don't know. People are like, oh my god, don't charge them, they're just children. They didn't know what they were doing. I feel some way about that because you killed people. You literally killed people. Yeah. God, kids are so stupid sometimes. I'm sorry. They just are.
I'll read this last one and then we will wrap this up.
Well, get
Unless
the
if you can
here.
think of anything else. I don't think I can think of anything else right now.
No.
This one says, I bought a JVC flat screen TV from Micro Center about 15 years ago. We moved states and it came with us. It was in our front room. The TV in our back room went out and had to be replaced. We went TV shopping and I found a JVC that matched the one in the front. Got a salesperson to grab one from the back. Here's the weird part. Once they left, I got lightheaded and tunnel vision and almost passed out. Leaned against a shelf and collected myself. Around that time, the salesperson came out. He was bringing out an LG TV I asked about. It was the same specs and price, and the salesperson thought it was the TV I had asked for. No worries, I'll take it. Got home, and while setting it up, I needed a cable from the other TV to test something. I say something along the lines of, I'm not sure it'll work because of the different brands. My wife says that the TV in the front is an LG and should be fine. I argued it was a JVC. Go to the front and it's an LG. Per my family, it's always been an LG.
Like I said, I think we jumped timelines.
Somebody said...
I know it's crazy.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Or were you just saying...
No, go ahead.
Crazy?
Because I'll keep spilling.
Somebody said, you accidentally traversed into a different universe with the multiverse. No shame, it happens to all of us.
Apparently. I know it sounds dumb, but that scares me if that's really, like...
Mm-hmm.
But, like, people have had experiences.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, somebody literally explains... This is pretty easy to explain. In your moment of lightheadedness, you were transported to another reality, and the you from the other reality was transported to yours. Unfortunately, the other reality had a limited budget and couldn't exactly get everything set up perfectly, so you'll notice from here on that a lot of things being different. Don't complain too much, because the guy that got transported to your reality got electrocuted setting up the new TV. You died and came into a new timeline. Welcome to the fun of quantum immortality. Glitch in the Matrix. I feel like it's like a lot of those things where it's like, I think of like those YouTube videos or like where it's like, this is how you pictured this, but this is actually how it is, like logos or songs or like
Mandela effects.
Yeah. That one sweatshirt that Sissy Butt got, the princess one. That had, it's purple, and it has, I put it on her today, actually. It has the white puffy sleeves, like, around the sleeves.
Chili.
It has fuzz around the hood. And it's from, like, when we were younger.
Yeah.
I had a blue one. The same exact sweatshirt. It had Cinderella on the front of it, and it was the same, it was, like, satin on the front.
Cinderella was, like, the front girl. She was the main runner.
And I had that one. And I kept texting my mom. I'm like, I can't find pictures of it anywhere. The one picture that I know that I wore it in, it was in first grade, and I had Flat Stanley, and it was my brother and I sitting on the front porch.
Flat Stanley?
We'll have to talk about
Oh my God, we need to go.
I have Flat Stanley still. My mom still has my Flat Stanley, and he went to Paris, and he went to Sweden, and he went to Florida, and he had lots of...
We need to do a rewind on, like, grade school.
Yes. I think that'd be so fun. But anyway, the sweatshirt, I was like, my mom was like, I don't think you ever had anything with fluff on it or anything. I was like, it's not really fluff. It's like like the sleeves were a little bit puffier, like softer and everything. Because when we went to Salvation Army and we picked it out, I was like, oh my gosh, I had the same exact one. I had one very similar to this, so that's why I got it for her. And my mom's like, I don't think so. Tell me why we can't find this picture. The specific picture of my brother and I holding Flat Stanley. We carved pumpkins. He carved pumpkins with us. I know I was wearing that shirt, but we couldn't find that picture. And I know that I have a picture of it. Like, when I go on my phone, I was trying to look for it. I couldn't find it, anything. My mom was like, I don't have that on here. But I have the picture in my mind because I had a really short haircut. My brother didn't have, or maybe he didn't have glasses at the time yet. And he was like sitting there. He had a Superman puffer jet vest on. And it's like one of those things where I can specifically picture it. I know it's there, but at the time, like, we couldn't find it. My mom couldn't find it. I know it exists, and because I was like, I need to find this picture because I just wanted to show Sissy, like, oh, I had the same one, but like a little bit different. She's like, I don't think you had it. And I was like, but I know that this picture exists. It's like there's always like those pictures where I'm like, oh, I wore this dress. And I know that this dress looked like this. and then it's different, and I'm like, what? Like, it's like those kinds of things are like crazy. It's almost like whenever you're driving somewhere and you get to the place and you're like, how did I get here? How did I drive here? Because I wasn't paying attention. I was zoned out the whole time. What do you mean? It only, what?
Autopilot.
Yeah. But do you have any strange experiences that nobody would believe, or you feel like you're crazy?
You're gaslighting yourself.
Yeah. Because we've all been there. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think about some of these stories. Yeah.
Let us know what you want to hear next.
Yeah. We're always open to
ideas,
which I feel like we get more like people texting us ideas or verbally telling us.
Literally.
Let us know in the comments, please.
Because a lot of it is our family and friends that are watching this.
Yeah. Or like a friend, like somebody will slide up on like my Snapchat story that I haven't like talked to or like heard of their name in like a while. They're like, oh, I subscribe. You should do this. You should do paranormal things like this and that. And it's like trying to get a grasp of like different things. And it seems like then we'll do a video. Like we just got 16,000 views on a short for an unboxing, and our unboxing videos usually don't do good.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I feel like it doesn't even feel real because it's a short.
Yeah. Like short, I was like, yeah, I wasn't as excited as our video that has like 800 something. It was like 880 views
shorts,
or something.
And I'm not discrediting the work that has been put into, obviously, but like, I feel like a lot of people doom scroll, so like that obviously hits a certain target audience.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, our video that did 800, I was like, oh my god. Yeah. And then I feel bad that it didn't really phase me. I was like, 16,000, that's great, but okay, like I don't know.
Like it didn't phase me, but also in the fact that like our last short got like 38 views, and I was like, shorts are, excuse me, like shorts are weird. Like, what?
How's the glitter coming out of this?
Oh, well.
I have glitter all over my hands.
Sounds like
no goop has come out.
Goop. But yeah, let us know. We're always looking for ideas. I have a list of Google Docs of ideas of stuff to do, and then I feel like I find a different thing to do, and then I'm like, we should do this, and she's like, yeah, and then we should do this, and I was like, yeah, and then we forget about the stuff that I had on the Google Docs, and I was like, okay, then we'll go do that. Then we add more stuff, and then we end up forgetting about that stuff. Yeah, it's fine. But anyways, yeah, that's all for now, and we will catch you in the next one.
Bye.